So you get this monster timpani. Hi, I'm Don Dan from SampleLibraryReview.com, and I'm very excited. Today, we're taking a look at Hans Zimmer Percussion by Spitfire Audio. Undoubtedly, the biggest modern film composing name around right now is Hans Zimmer. Spitfire's teamed up, packaging his HZ01 and HZ03 libraries into one Hans Zimmer percussion library, giving us all access to that great percussion sound made famous throughout many of the composer's scores. Hans Zimmer Percussion downloads as just under 20 gigabytes. That is from about 50 gigabytes of losslessly compressed samples. It is a collection of cinematic percussion, which was originally sampled for Spitfire Audio's HZ01 and HZ03, and that includes drum ensembles and solo instruments ranging from booms, taikos, bass drums, gongs, doles, buckets, snares, anvils, timpani, and whatnot. This was all recorded in the same studio, played by the same musicians, with the same instrument, signal chain, and engineer that was used by Mr. Hans Zimmer himself for many of his famous film scores. The library was personally mixed by Hans Zimmer and sampled down with 9 round robins, 6 dynamic layers, recorded in London's famous Air Studios. There's a new GUI that's been designed, house the sample set, and it does come with a close mic, a room mic, and a surround perspective. It's a really cool response control, which I'll show off a little bit when I dig into the first look here. The new contact player instrument is NKS ready. Owners of Hans Zimmer 01 and Hans Zimmer 03, there are some cross grades available, as well as owners of both those two libraries can get the new Hans Zimmer Percussion for free. The library normally sells for $399, what was on a special intro price at the time of filming. Till October 26th, I believe. You can grab it for just $299. So I got the main Hans Zimmer Percussion patch pulled up here. You can see we've got a rainbow across the keyboard and a new interface. And at first I saw there was a video that Sandy did from Spitfire Audio explaining it, and it is so easy to use. I really like this interface. Basically, you've got all of these instruments mapped across the entire keyboard, all the way from very bottom of the keyboard. Got to jump down an octave to grab it. There we go. Got your taikos. And you got a lot of dynamics as well here. Now, before I go further playing through all the sounds, I just want to show this response. This might here be one of the keys to that entire Hans Zimmer sound, which we've all love. Basically, you can turn down the dynamic range playback so that you're still playing the softer samples, but you're playing them loud, and you're still playing the louder samples at those volumes. What they kind of explained in the initial video is that at a lower volume, you actually get more resonance. A lower dynamic hit gets more resonance, I should say. So I'll just play it and you be the judge. Here's a harder hit. It's a lot of bite. Here's a lower hit. So you still get that massive amount. So this is soft, and this is hard. Pretty cool. That's the way you automatically are going to let those percussion parts really poke through your mix, even when you're playing those quieter velocity dynamics. So let's just do these paper tunes. And bombos. And right now I got the close mic on. Let's go ahead and pull up that room mic as well. Dial the close mic back. Go back to that Tyco with just this room. Here's the close. Monster sound instantly. Okay, let's move along through the surdos. Because of the way this is laid out, you can see here we've got the 9 different round robins just on the one key, whereas we have the option to do 2-finger mapping, which I'm a big fan of playing, left and right hand with drums, and I'm pretty sure when we look at the other presets, we'll see that. So again, I'm gonna play with this response and just play with these low booms again, because I like those clackers, but I think they'll sound cool with the boosted volume for the lower velocity layers. Yeah. These are the gallery booms. Bass drum hits. We got our snares. It's the flam. You can see up there in the corner there, in the right corner, it's actually jumping around. That's all you need to do is click this area, and when it turns yellow, whatever you play is gonna show you what you're playing and what your options are. So right now that's the flam loaded. I could turn on the roll. And somehow I can do E4. Is that going to do it? And now using my mod wheel for the dynamics, I'm able to grab that. Just to show you, you can assign them, which I have never done before. Just watch that first look video. Watch the video that Paul Thompson did. And I do have to say, I think that this is very intelligently laid out. I think it's very easy. Just get an idea of how to change your which instruments and articulations are triggered across the keys. Oh, these are great. And I gotta jump up octaves on my keyboard. We were at And I think this will be another one that'll be really cool to have these responses changed. These darbukas and buckets. Then at the top we got the tom-toms, and I think there's a gong as well. That's it. It's our anvil. So those are just the ones that come with the preset here. There's also a whole set of presets for each individual instrument and ensemble, I believe. Haven't got there yet. And that looks like we got multis as well. So let's dig into this timpani before we do anything else. Looks like we might have some options. Yeah, key switches here. From hard sticks to soft sticks to rods. And hard rolls. And got that nice release sample. Soft rolls. As well as rod rolls. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then it looks like you're able to just drag up, bring your key switches wherever you need them. I like my key switches to be on the board or on my keyboard. I've got 88 keys, and I like to be able to access as much as possible. So I usually just save my instruments with the key switches available. And that's just the close mics there, it looks like. Didn't even listen to the rooms. But I want to move along because I want to look at the individual presets. And I know you guys don't need to watch a 50-minute video. So now we've got the bass drum gallery, which looks I could be mistaken, but what happens when we... Okay, these are just unassigned. So we've got the same interface. It's just that everything's loaded up for the bass drums. So we've got all the bass drum hits across a little over an octave and no other instruments. And then we've got one for the bombos and bombas. Flams there and rolls. I think if I click this up here, it should show me. Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to understand the way this functions. Of course, these sound fantastic. If you hadn't heard the sample set before, I think these close mics sound wonderful. And then with these rooms, they're just huge. tuned pretty good. Buckets. I have to say, I'm a huge fan of this bucket sound. Just playing through it with that other preset, it sounds fantastic. And something like this, I could really see using the response curve here, just to bring it down, play those soft ones. Yeah. Here's an Epic Hits. Let's see if these have been just a collection of the large boom gallery, it looks like, except they've mapped out a few others, so let's hear what else they've included in this. Oh, and look, they've got a whole new set of samples, mic positions, that we haven't heard yet. Looks like the outrigger. Okay, so it looks like we've got several different mic positions pulling up on these lower instruments, the bombas and the low booms. But the buckets only have the center room and surround. Let's skip along. So much low end. So this is a machine ensembles. I'm sure it's got those medals. Let's see what we got. So they've kind of curated a drum ensemble, basically. The medals here. I want to listen to those Percussions. Snares. Again, mostly I'm just previewing the close mic, these room mics. See, on this one, they've used the 2-finger mapping. So you got C and D playing left and right, I would assume. Or it might just be set up that that's where you play it back. Yeah. I like these. It's a little loud. All right, let's check out these tomatas. Tom-toms. It's adds so much with the room and surround mics. Let's go ahead and jump into these multis. I see what's going on now. Looks like they've mapped all of, I guess, the roll articulations across the bottom 3 instruments and the hits across the top. So you get this monster timpani with all 3 hits, the hard sticks, soft sticks, and the rods. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day here to spend it with me. Check out Hans Zimmer's Percussion library from Spitfire Audio. I'll be sure to include links below. Take you both over to Sample Library Review's official Hans Zimmer Percussion page, as well as the Spitfire Audio page. On the Sample Library Review page, as usual, we'll have the official demos, any walkthrough videos, any other review videos we find around the web. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Were you using HZ01 or HZ03, and are you interested in picking up HZ Percussion? Please comment in the description below. Like, share, subscribe. Love your support. Be sure to head over to samplelibraryreview.com for latest news, reviews, and deals.